Live in Ketchikan is the only show of its kind dedicated to our town. This is the television show that spotlights all that happens in and around Ketchikan. Live in Ketchikan is your resource for all good things local.
Secret of fishing. There you go. Thank you.
10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2.
He's got it on backwards.
You have a hard time blowing it up that way.
Oh my God.
Don't film this.
Yeah, he's filming it. Keep it rolling.
And the bloopers if you do.
Yep.
So,
Par for the course. We've already had 2 big bloopers here at week 1 at the CHARR King Salmon Derby. Right here at Clover Pass Resort, we're aboard Empty Pocket. And our captain really already hates us. We've been here for what, 5 minutes? And he just is, he's like, who are these people?
Why?
JJ, get your act together, man.
Does this loosen up?
Does it loosen up? Let's just hope you don't fall overboard.
they put it on your neck.
Give me the orange.
First you don't know how to put it on, then it's backwards, and now either that's too small or you're too large.
I'm not too large, only weigh 235.
Look, they're bringing you 3 more, so they'll all fit.
We're not sinking. We're not sinking.
So are y'all set now? Because you've been on the air for about 2 minutes. The one that's missing the floating cylinder.
He figured he was big enough to float on his own.
He's like, okay, can we go out now?
Sorry, the derby's over.
Boy, that was a great derby. We never even left the dock.
But we saw 3 whales.
Yeah, but we saw 3 whales. And you've got your Bose stereo going on there, buddy. Getting ready to call into, what are you doing, Gateway Country?
Yeah.
All right. So we've got JJ on our boat, live.
Live, yeah.
In a minute.
In color.
In color.
I don't know if that could be right for radio.
And now floatable. What's additional features on this show? JJ now floats.
Thank the good Lord for that.
Biggest one we ever got off of this dock is 125 minutes.
Wow.
Okay, I told you, honey, when we get rich and famous, I want you to buy me one of these.
Okay, okay.
You don't have to steer from inside.
Jeremy's already talking trash. Oh, Jacob the camera dude, taking it in the shorts. Ooh, look, you've got this down to a science. He's like, of course, I've been fishing since a year before you were born. And that's the truth. Oh, wow, look at that. Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah. Bubble feeding.
Bubble feeding. Oh, that was sweet.
I'll do it again.
They will?
Oh, yeah.
In a second?
They take them a little bit around up. What they do is they swim around the circle, they blow bubbles, and all the herring go into a big group.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then they come up with their mouths wide open and eat them. There they are.
That is so cool. Okay, so we've seen fish. I've got my camera ready in case those whales come back up. That was pretty astounding.
That was pretty astounding.
That was really cool. Jerry's got our lines in. Boy, this is the way to travel if you're going to go in the Salmon Derby. He means business. And considering that we caught nothing last year, right?
Yeah. Russell was giving me crap about that.
We need help.
Russell was giving me so much stuff about that yesterday on the radio.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. He's like, and I said, that's what happens to give me a fish repellent boat.
JJ just doesn't board a boat. He launches himself into the boat. So we're making him stay seated right now.
He's
For
on
everyone's
timeout.
safety. Yeah, he's on timeout. Did they come up? Oh yeah. Nice. Oh my gosh, they're right off the dock.
Yeah, they'll come right up alongside of the dock. We had a couple of years ago when we still had cables before we had the filings. Came inside and got hooked up on one of the cables.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I tell you what, they can raise havoc. That fluke went around and her tail come around and just ripped them right off the side of the
Oh. Wow. Now, will they bubble feed right by the dock?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, they'd come up with a thing right there and they'd open their mouths and come up and there'd be pieces of herring all over the dock.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Guy asked me one time, he said, what happens if a salmon gets in his mouth? I said, I doubt if he goes around and goes, spits it out. Just swallows it like everything else. But they have a really small throat, so they can't swallow big fish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
I
only
didn't
have
know
a
that.
small opening, so they everything they eat's got to be little.
That's why the herring, right?
Yep, herring, needlefish, the baby shrimp, the krill,
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's what they eat. Because they can get big bunches of it at one time.
So I have a question for you. Do you take locals out though on charter,
Oh,
right?
I do everybody. It doesn't matter.
Nice. Shut up, JJ.
You didn't let me board the boat.
Can you stop offending people at least until 8:15?
I'm just happy I got a fishing license this year.
Yeah, true.
Actually, in reality, I've only taken one person back to the dock.
Really?
Yeah, in almost 39 years of doing this.
Really?
And
why did they have to go back to the dock?
because I took him out fishing, and I was headed to where we were going to go fishing, and he said he wanted to go to Grindle Island. And I said, there's no fish at Grindle Island. I was there yesterday, and there's nothing there. I said, they're all down at Skin Island, or Ship Island, which is about 10 more miles down the line. I want to go to Grindle Island. I said, I'm telling you, there's no fish there. He said, I want to go to Grindle Island. He has 2 boys with him. And they were, like 21, 22 years old. And he insisted he was going to go. I said, I'm not going to Grindle Island. I'm going to Ship Island because that's where the fish are. And he said, damn it, I'm playing for this thing. Now you're taking me where I want to go. And I said, I'm telling you, if you want to catch fish, you don't want to go there. And he said, well, that's where I'm going. I said, fine. I turned the boat around, came back, and said, run a boat. We'll see you later. The 2 boys went with me.
Oh, really?
Came back, and he was sitting on the dock still doing nothing. But he paid for the day.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
So you guys caught how many fish?
Yeah,
like a ton, right?
We caught probably 25, 30 fish.
Oh, wow. No way. Wait, can we come out with him every Derby weekend? This is who we need to be with. Last year we caught nada. 0. Less than 0. It was horrible.
Well,
it's horrible.
That's the thing about it. The first weekend of Derby is usually pretty tight.
Yeah.
It's after this, and usually most of the fish are brought in, like the 3rd weekend. Generally,
now last year, first weekend of the Derby, Kyle Lorman
did nothing.
That was a huge one.
49.7
pounds. Kyle drags it in. Of course, I'm the smart person that I am. I'm like, hey, where'd you catch that?
In the mouth.
In the mouth, right here.
Where'd you catch it at? On the water?
Yep.
Oh, really? Okay.
How long did it take to get there?
Less than an hour?
Yep, less than an hour.
He had all the answers. This is pretty awesome.
They're pretty much all like that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give up that hole.
No, they're not.
I tell them where I go fishing to see if they can beat me.
Oh, really?
There you go.
So what's the biggest salmon that you've ever caught?
60 pounds.
60 pounds.
Not bad.
Wow.
It's hanging in the tackle shop up there.
Holy smokes.
60-pound salmon.
Biggest halibut, 301.
301?
Got him on a rod just like that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he scared me. He's like, get him on a rod. Oh, quick. Remember last year you were sitting there talking about baking with Jeremy and the rod pops, and I'm the one that goes back there.
More than that, I guarantee you.
No, these two yahoos are talking about knitting and baking.
Don't let him try to get up because we may be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, no, you just stay put.
And the lone chick ends up trying to pull in the fish. we're sharing recipes.
Hey, you asked, all right?
It's true.
When he gets up, I think they call him chop blocks.
Oh, Lordy. That's funny stuff. I don't see this boat chasing us.
Well, they're right there.
I know they're right there, but there's no chasing involved. What do they call a chase boat?
It's tandem.
Don't you ever watch Deadliest Catch?
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine those poor guys on that other boat.
Oh, I know.
Kidding.
That would be horrible. In those waves?
I was talking to a guy that's on the show, like about 2 months ago, telling me most of the stuff they do is actually at the dock.
Really?
Yeah.
We're going through herring right now.
Uh-oh, look.
See the rod jumping? They're
Yep.
going through a bunch of herring.
Nice.
We're going through a bunch of herring. Pretty good sized bunch too.
So we've got a real fish finder on this boat. I'm loving
I've
it.
been using it.
Although, you know what? We need to give a big shout out to our friends at Clover Pass, because if it weren't for them, we would not be out here right now.
That's true.
That is awesome. And we did like a little test run the other day. Jacob the camera dude and I took one out, and awesome.
Hey, I tell you what, the water's very calm today.
Oh yeah, and it was like glass the other
Sea
day.
lion right behind us.
Really?
The sea lion right behind us. Wait for us to get a fish so he can come and eat.
Oh yeah, I see.
Oh, yeah.
Right over there, sea lion. Yep, there he is.
Not for us.
No, not for us.
No.
Not
He's
for
scaring all the
fish.
fish away.
You remember last year when those whales were playing as we were trying to make our way back from wherever the heck we were going? The Briggs took
Oh
us
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And the whales were playing. The guys that in the boat trying to get away from them, the whales followed them.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah, that sea lion can keep going that way. So, it's 7:41. JJ had dog crap on his shoe. he fell in the boat, and the only thing that we're catching so far has been a bunch of seaweed. We caught kelp.
We're winning the kelp derby.
We are winning the kelp derby. So, you know the old adage, no bananas on the boat? Well, someone needs to tell JJ not to bring crap on the boat, because our captain got mad at us yet again. No, he's not mad at us. He's actually a really good guy.
Four eagles, right, 5 eagles.
Oh, wow. Look at all the eagles. Wow.
Man,
Holy smokes.
Beating on the fish, pushed up to the top.
Look at that.
is that good luck or bad luck? All right.
Oh, it's good luck. Woohoo.
It means there's food there.
Good.
Consequently, if you're going to catch fish and they're eating, you want to be where the food is.
So follow the eagle.
Follow the eagles.
All the birds. See, the fish don't come up to the top just to get eaten. This herring.
True.
They come up because they were forced up there by something.
Oh, okay.
And see, here's right out in here is where we go squid fishing at night too.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's a kick in the butt. It's actually more fun than fishing.
Really?
Oh yeah, because you come up and you got this squid on there about this long, and just as he clears the top of the boat, he pukes water, and it just flies up in the air. Everybody gets drenched.
Oh, really?
Great.
Oh, it's just, I mean, it's a hoot. And once you get them on, you can't stop reeling. If you stop reeling, they fall off.
Really?
Because, well, I'll show you what you're fishing with.
We're learning all sorts of new things.
No kidding.
Seagulls.
Oh my gosh.
And these are extremely sharp, so.
Be
What
careful.
the squid does, this lights up down at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
and the squid come and they attack it. And when they hit it with their tentacles, you feel it. You know, you just feel a little bit of heaviness. So you just pull up and start reeling, and As long as you keep that thing tight, they won't come off. You give them just a little bit of slack, they fall off.
Oh my, I'm gonna give this back to you. I have really bad luck with sharp things this year.
The thing about it, you're down there 300 feet, and by the time you get through cranking 300 feet steady without stopping.
Forget the gym membership, right?
Exactly. Being the nice guy I am, I have electric reels.
Oh!
Ooh! Clearly we're on the right boat.
We just push the button and let them come on up.
Last year, all we had was him.
That might have been part of the problem.
Oh, okay.
This year, a trained professional.
Yeah, true. We're getting the fishing lesson.
These are your friends?
Actually, that's my boyfriend. He's gonna really hate me tonight. We're getting the fishing lesson,
That's
so we'll
great.
be set for every week after this one.
Because we won't be with them every weekend.
True. I don't know if they'll take us back
After
after this
my
week.
antics.
You fall in the boat, bring dog crap. He tells us to take all our gear back.
couldn't get the life jacket on.
You know this guy is a really patient, awesome guide if he's putting up with us for going on 49 minutes now.
Yeah, but we're a hoot.
Do you see him laughing?
No. Not once.
Actually, what makes it tolerable, I'm very hard of hearing. So it really doesn't bother me near as much as you think.
Now he's laughing, his own joke.
Even Jacob the camera dude is laughing. At us, not with us.
Yeah, at us, especially me. I am such a landlubber.
This is true. I want to see you catch your first fish.
I want to see me catch my first fish.
Definitely. Watch, JJ comes
I
in
really
with the
don't
Derby
care
winner.
if it's the first fish.
We just want to catch a fish.
Right.
I want to bite.
And you know, I may have jinxed us.
Why?
Because Jeremy was smart enough, and I say this in all honesty, he was smart enough to grab this awesome freezer from our friends.
Right?
So we have a brand new empty freezer sitting in our basement just waiting for fish. So that could have jinxed us.
Maybe we can get some film of that later.
Yeah. We'll go home and, oh, it's still empty.
The Derby went from April 15th through July 15th.
To July 15th. And they made them quit because they said they were taking too many king salmon were being caught and taken by sport fishermen. And so it was, was hurting the stock.
What were the limits back then?
I believe it was 2 fish a day. And of course, it's 2 fish a day still for residents every day all year, where a non-resident is limited to 5 fish for total, and 1 per day. And the reasoning behind that was that, okay, we can still have a derby, but it'll be a special, we'll just use special derby days. And then they have I believe the banquet now is on like June 15th or something is the
22nd this year.
22nd. And I don't know as if it made a big difference in the amount of king salmon they had until they got the hatcheries going. The enhancement is what made it what it is today. Back in the old days, I'm serious. When if you went on and went king salmon fishing, if you had a strike, you had a great day. That's how slow it was. And now when they come in, I mean, you can limit out at the Cape, but I've limited out there already in 20 minutes.
Wow.
King salmon fishing is kind of like flying. Hours and hours of boredom punctuated by moments of sheer terror. God, don't lose that fish, don't lose that fish.
We only bite all day long.
Yeah, it's only hit we had all day and you're gonna lose it? Generally see a lot of deer and bear right on that little spot right over there. And of course, the further you get up into Neats Bay, the more bear you see too, because of the hatchery and stuff up there.
Oh.
Especially in the fall, when the chums and stuff are up there, bears are everywhere.
Did you ever find out where Warman was fishing last year? Did you ever hear? Shocker there.
Huh?
Said shocker there.
Yeah.
He's not going to advertise.
They
that.
could be fishing right in front of Clover Pass Resort. You'd never know.
No, he wasn't.
You know, I say, but they
flying in from somewhere. Matter of fact, because we were at Knutson. No, wait, we were at Clover Pass, headed towards Knutson, and he just came zipping in from, I would assume, the north.
Well, see, you could have been at Camino, you could have been at Niblack, could have been at False Island, could have been at Ship Island, could have been over on the other side by Grindle.
I still can't believe it you told me that.
Oh, and you know what I didn't know? I was reading the book. I didn't know that if you, say you have a commercial license, if you were commercial fishing, say in the morning for your job, right? Then you wanted to go for pleasure in the afternoon and fish the Derby? No can do.
No.
Nope.
Nope. Because they can't tell, they can't differentiate where you caught that fish. If you caught it trolling for salmon, I mean for, and the commercial end of it, or you had to be one or the other.
For the day.
Yep. See, in the old days, everybody aboard the boat had to have a King Salmon Derby license. If you didn't, you couldn't register your fish.
Wow.
And the reason for that being is because, say the guy that didn't have a license caught the fish, well, I'll give it to you and then you can take it in, which would have been, you know, unethical,
Right.
and also illegal. But by the same token, one of the dentists in town was fishing and they caught what eventually turned out to be the Derby winner, which at that time was like a skiff or something with an outboard motor on it. It wasn't near the prizes that they have today. They had more prizes, but they weren't as valuable. And he didn't find out until several months after the Derby was over that one of the people aboard his boat did not have a King Salmon Derby and turned it in and gave the prize to the second place person. That's how honest it was.
Wow.
Rose Northrup caught a king salmon, which eventually would have been the winner, but she hooked a pole. It had been pulled overboard by the fish when it hit. It was lost overboard. She hooked the line and brought the fish in and did not register it strictly because it wasn't legally, in her mind, it was never legally caught. They still live just 2 houses down from Clover Pass.
See, these are cool stories.
It was very, I mean, people in those days, now of course they got to clean all the fish and do everything else. And then again, in the old days, all the fish were caught. If you turned it into the Derby, they were sold. At the, like at Phillips, would buy the fish. So they had to be cleaned a certain way so that they could sell them. And that raised money for the Derby and what have you. I can't remember, it's been a few years now since Phillips said they no longer wanted to fish. And so they stopped keeping your fish. Now you can turn it in and keep your fish. Consequently, more fish get turned into the Derby because you don't lose your fish. You didn't get to keep that fish once you turned it in. It was gone.
The prize or the fish?
Yeah.
The prize or the fish?
Yes.
I think most people want the $10,000.
Yeah, they want the $10,000 or they want, you know, just whatever prize happens to come up. And there could be a prize for anything because you got the hidden weight prize and,
IBEW
you know,
prize?
Yep. So there's a lot of different things that go on now.
Did you always have the kids' ladder?
No, not that I know of. Not that I remember anyway. Back in the old days, Clover Pass, when Derby Day started, you did not even get in the parking lot if you weren't there early. You didn't get a reservation for dinner unless you made it a week in advance because that's how many people were there.
Wow.
We do between 125 to 150 dinners a night. They spent almost $4 million trying to figure out why one side of a boat would fish better than the other side. And it was because you were getting a negative charge on some of the lines on one side, and the other side you were getting a positive charge. So they put a deal on that would send a positive charge down that line.
That is just wow.
And Canon was actually Scotty built it first, but Canon was the first one to incorporate it into the downrigger itself.
So the positive charge attracts fish?
Yes,
and
because
you don't want to have your line too far off the ball.
Right, because what happens is when herring get excited, they give off a positive charge.
I had no idea.
So it's a scientific thing, but a lot of people don't believe it. I'll tell you what, you take a boat out without it, and put another boat on alongside it with the same gear, I guarantee that the one that has positive ion control will be, and some of them that have the really expensive downriggers, the $1,300–1,400, have one where you can vary it from, you know, either more or less.
Wow.
These are set. These are has just a certain amount going down, period. But
wow. I had no idea. It makes perfect sense though. You know?
And then you get an electric eel on all that.
and then you really got problems.
You really got a positive
Yeah.
charge.
Either that or your line blows up because of
Feedback.
you definitely blow the fuse. There's about 5 of them there. They're all over the place.
One bad thing about this thing, those are...
Since the moratorium on them, you'll get them to come right alongside the boat and you feed them herring right out of your hand.
Oh yeah.
Because they're not afraid of you anymore.
That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. It is until you get a nice fish on.
Well, then you're fighting for it.
Yeah. And you get the tail and the head, and they get the guts. If it jumped, something hit it. It's either organic or inorganic, one of the two.
I don't know, I'm thinking kelp.
Huh?
Got the kelp bait on.
Yeah.
That herring's not doing its job.
No,
You had a lot bigger one earlier though.
Yeah, good.
Unfortunately, you lost it. You only got his chin hair.
It's been good eating too.
Oh yeah, I looked and there's a little buck going by.
Really?
Yeah, and it's right out in the middle between Camino Point and Benton Island. And so he's been swimming a long time. So we kind of pull up alongside him and just tries to climb in the boat. You know, because he wants in. He just getting tired. So these guys reach out and grab him, and both these guys probably weigh 250, 260. That deer just kicked the living crap out of them. They had deer hair from one end to the other. Well, we finally got a rope around his antlers, and the other guy grabbed his feet, and so we just kind of drove real slow over to the island and let him go. And we got a gun, and he gives up and he sits right on the rock. There's the rock there with a tree on it. He climbs up on that and he's turns around and looks back like, ha! And walks into the woods. So a little while later we're going down, he said, God, you ever see any bear? And I said, look, then right there on the point, there's a bear. And I said, if one of you guys asked for a Sasquatch, that's it, I'm done.
We're going really, really fast back to
Smooth down a little bit.
Clover Pass Resort. No fish were to be had.
Oh, there's got to be fish over there.
We were at the ends of the earth.
I know. I thought we were going to be in the North Pole anytime.
Oh, got a fish on.
Fish on.
Okay, turn around, face the back of the boat. Jerk up hard. No, you're not getting it off the clip. Here, hold this. Put your thumb on there. There you go. Now always turn around and look at the back of the boat, right at your rod like it's a gun. Looking right down the sights at it.
I don't think I have anything. It got away.
You got what's left of it.
Almost.
Bring it up. You got the back hook out.
Yep.
Bring him over. Just swing him over.
I didn't nail him fast enough, did I?
I ripped the hook out.
Took a look at it.
Yep, you ripped the hook out.
Dang it.
And by the way, you can't reel this through the end of the guy. It will come.
Oh, sorry.
You can.
That's okay. She was excited.
We have been all over this little sea territory. I mean, where we've been at, like 40 miles out or something, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Down here by Gravina right now for the CHARR Education Fund King Salmon Derby, and we're here, of course, with KPU Vision, and luckily enough, they've asked me to come on board again this year. Jerry, our congenial host pilot. This guy is amazing. Has he got stories or what? This guy's just unbelievable. So we've been fish free. We finally got our first hit. And Jerry was talking that last year they caught like 4 kings in an hour at this location. That's why we came out here. He's a little bit rougher than what we were at before. But I'll tell you what, this has been a blast. We're what's the name of this charter? Do you know? No.
Empty Pocket.
Yeah, Empty Pocket. We're on the Empty Pocket with Jerry, our pilot, our skipper. And he has been absolutely awesome. So I want to thank him for his hospitality and coffee. But there's been, what, 7 fish caught so far? The leader is 27.6 pounds. And we will keep you posted as we peruse the internet. Sorry we weren't on the air earlier because where we were at, we had no bars. We could not get on the telephone. So it's kind of been a crazy morning.
That was a bummer.
But we're back. We're within range. We will keep you updated on what's happening out here at the CHARR Education Fund Ketchikan King Salmon Derby. KPU Vision, and of course KJ McKay out here for AM 930 KTKN.
Yeah,
What you want to do when the fish hits is pull the pole out. If he hasn't taken it off the clip, just put your thumb on here, reel up all your line, and just give it a good sharp jerk and it'll pop off. And then always look right at the fish, just like it's called pointing at your fish.
All right.
So that way, no matter where the fish goes, you know exactly where he's at. You won't be reeling over here and he'll be over there. So you're always right on the fish. So you just basically kind of follow him. Run it up.
all right.
That's why you were slipping line out. Weed man is on the job.
Come man.
Hey, we need to start a kelp derby.
Huh?
Winning the kelp derby.
He's one of the best weed catchers I've ever had.
I'll eat for days.
It'll be a salad night for sure.
Yeah, I got it all right.
Yeah. Thumb on the spool.
I'm on the spool. I'm on the spool.
And jerk up hard. Go ahead and crank up some more slack. All the way to the water. Now put your thumb on it and jerk up hard. He doesn't want to come loose. Hang on.
So now reel in?
Reel in.
Keep reeling. Just start reeling. Just keep reeling. You're not even off the clip yet.
I lost him again.
Keep reeling.
No, you're not even off the clip. But you're right.
I think oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, you got him. Look at that big sucker.
The rockfish.
What a girl.
Well, we found the bottom.
Okay, stop reeling. That little swivel won't come through the end. Did you get all this?
Is that worth some ceviche? Nope. Go home to your mama.
She keeps thinking that swivel will come down and meet that reel eventually, but it doesn't.
Sorry. Overly enthusiastic.
That's okay. If you didn't get enthusiastic, it wouldn't be any fun. I got two of them.
Hold on. Still in there.
We'll never get that guy back through there. Hang on. Okay, where's there they are?
What I need to do.
Okay, you step forward.
Okay.
This is forward. Okay, put some line out.
How much?
15 feet behind the boat. Okay. Bring the tip of the rod back to me. Okay, push it to the outside.
Okay.
Follow me down. Keep a little bit of pressure on it. Okay. Stop.
Put it in there?
Yep.
Michelle O'Brien reeled in a, how big was that, do you think, Jake? About 3-pounder?
25, 28.
Let's put it this way: we not make the leaderboard, and it's back in the water looking for mommy.
we felt sorry for him.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, we caught a fish. We're out here with Michelle O'Brien and live in Ketchikan. And by the way, having our first nibble. This spot actually, Jerry had said, is a pretty good spot from last year. Maybe we're going to start getting lucky this year. Wouldn't that be cool? We're out here until 7 o'clock. Our leaderboard is still 27.6 pounds, and that's the leader so far. That was, what was that, over at Clover Pass, wasn't it? I think it was. Anyway, there's about 7 or 8 fish on the leaderboard at this point as we are checking the internet constantly. But we're tooling around near Gravina, and hopefully we'll get another bite and hopefully pull one in. We lost one earlier, so we know they're out there. We thought there's like 7 fish in this ocean. It was like unbelievable, but now we know better. So we'll see what happens as the fish finder starts doing its thing. Anyway, out here to 7 o'clock, doing this live thing out here and on the water, and I want to make sure you're up to date on what's happening at the CHARR Education Fund Ketchikan King Salmon Derby. JJ McKay with Michelle O'Brien, and live in Ketchikan for AM 930 KTKN.
So you were saying that you don't put the toothpicks in, or for silvers?
Don't cut a hole in the, don't
okay.
cut a notch in their butt, so that water can go through them. You don't have to do that when you're silver fishing because they're never on the line long enough. So, but for king salmon, you might drag that thing around for 3 hours, but his belly won't blow out if you let the, if you let the water go through him instead of being pushed up against that cavity with nowhere for that water to go as you're dragging them through the water. And not only that, they make a stream of bubbles as the water goes through. They bubble.
Oh, that creates a tension to the salmon.
And they should be, those fish should be just jumping out of the water to get on them. and there ain't crap happening. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
There you go.
What's a turbot?
So it looks like a halibut, but it's not. It has scales. It has big teeth that stick out. They're called arrow-toothed turbot, and they flay out pretty much like a halibut. A really big one would be about like this. Most of them are so stupid they never get much over this size. And when you get into an area like 300 feet or so fishing halibut, it will drive you insane. I mean, as soon as you drop down, if you set the hook, you got another one. And so you end up cranking it up. But they do draw the halibut because the halibut see that activity going on and they come over to find out what's going on and they run the turbot off. And about the only thing I found them good for is making bait for halibut. I mean, cut off a fillet and put it on or whatever. But you cook them on a pine board, and and bake them in the oven. And when you get done, you throw away the fish and eat the pine board because that's how good they are. They're absolutely horrendous. They turn to mush.
Right. Next time, bring Lucky Charms.
I'm probably doing that next time. Fruit Loops, screw that. It's Lucky Charms all the way.
That's right.
Except I'm kind of one of those people that eat nothing but the marshmallows.
Really?
Guys, I say if we don't get a bite in like the next couple of minutes, I say if you guys are up, game, we head back in.
Oh boy.
Jerry's probably like, thank God. Get these bad luck people off my boat.
No, you guys have been fun. Good sports.
Oh yeah.
Cold enough?
Cold enough? Are you kidding me?
You have been in the heated charter boat all day long. Hey folks, thanks for joining us day one of the CHARR Educational Fund King Salmon Derby right here aboard Empty Pocket. We have covered, what, 55 miles of water today?
More than that, as we got back here, because we did some trolling in front of Knutson Cove and also Clover Pass Resort, where we're at now. I tell you, that was one of the most fun trips I've ever been on.
Me too, me too.
I mean, it was so cool seeing areas that I've never even heard of.
Well, and also the top two on the leaderboard, I think she used bait that we've never heard of. She's winning each time she has a picture on the website. It is with her Yorkie dog. Either herring or Yorkies, I'm not sure.
The Yorkie's tail wagging is what you came up with. I think that's the idea,
Totally.
to be honest with.
Totally. So top two by Ms. Heisler, and we've got a kid on the leaderboard too.
Exactly, and the kid's leader, by the way, is 18.6, so that's not a bad way to start the whole derby.
So a total of what, like 49 fish turned in today? That's
Might be
huge.
50 with Miss Heisel's.
That's
or the Yorkies, whatever.
Yep, the Yorkies, Heisler, who knows. But anyway, people are catching fish. Week one here at Clover Pass. Next week, we'll be out at Knutson Cove. And the week after that, we'll be covering Bar Harbor and Mountain Point. So stay tuned for the following weeks of the King Salmon Derby.